here. All right, guys, I'm sick of something. Yeah, I think I'm about sick of watching people on YouTube. I'm sick of watching training videos. I'm sick of watching seminars. I'm sick of watching workshops. I'm sick of trying to keep up with the latest technology. I'm sick of AI. I'm sick of emails. I'm sick of mailing lists. I'm sick of my customers not responding to me. I'm sick of people hiding from their greatness. I'm sick of people just not connecting. I'm sick of social media. I'm sick of Instagram. I'm sick of notifications. I'm sick of people talking about how much money they making. I'm sick of make $5,000 in a day, making $1,000,000 a day. I'm sick of people saying I'm making $200,000 a month. I'm just sick of it, 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 and sick of it. I'm just sick of it. Glad I got that off my chest. So, why am I sick of everything? Probably because it's time for me, and yes, it's thundering and lightning today. It's been raining down here in the South. I can say that I live in the South now, and I got my license saying I'm officially living in the South, and it's raining, and it's okay. But I don't want another training. I don't want to make another investment into another group that's saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I don't want to listen to another motivational message. I don't want to hear about mindset. I don't want to hear about fear. I'm scared. What are people going to think? I'm just sick of it all. I'm sick of it, y'all. It's time to just turn everything off, block everybody out, block everything out, and just be quiet. Just be quiet. Listen to my own voice. Listen to the voice of God telling me exactly what I need to do for me, the value I need to bring, my voice that needs to be heard. And I need to just do what I feel in my heart. Do what I want to do. Do what makes me happy. Do what I feel. Do what encourages me. Do what inspires me. Do what I feel like I want to do and not have to check with anybody. You ever felt like that? You ever feel like you're just tired of having to get people to tell you what to do or get advice or get coaching or you just want to be yourself, right? You just want to be yourself. I know. So I'm giving you permission to be yourself right here, right now, because I am going to be myself. I'm going to turn on this microphone and I am going to speak to you directly. I'm not speaking to y'all anymore. I'm not speaking to everybody. I'm not speaking to all of you. I'm not speaking to my family. I'm not speaking to all my supporters. I'm not speaking to all my followers. I'm not speaking to all my likers, all my sharers. I'm not speaking to my subscribers. I'm not speaking to my peekers or lookers or fakers and all the ers. I'm just going to speak to you. I'm going to let God speak through me, use me as an instrument, and I'm going to just be myself. And I'm going to encourage you to be yourself. Can we start there? Can we start this episode off just by saying, hey, Thank you for being here. I know you could be listening to anybody else, but you're here. But understand this, it's just me, the thunder in the background, and you. That's it. Today starts everything over. It's a clean slate. Clear your mind. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Let it out. Take another one. Let it out. Take a real deep breath, like a real good. Like you typically you breathe like this most of the time. Or short breaths, But you ever just take a deep breath and let your lungs just expand all the way? Like blow all the carbon dioxide all the way out. Just so there is nothing left. It's time to breathe back in. But instead of breathing in all short and breathing it back out, like, just let it all out. And now take a deep breath back in. And let your lungs just fill back up. Ready? Out. Now in. And hold it. Hold it. Your lungs are literally filled to like a balloon. And now let it all out. That's how we're supposed to be breathing. That's how we're supposed to be breathing. Our lungs need to feel all. Your lungs are huge. Like they're huge. I always thought the lungs was in the front, but the lungs are in the back. So I get it. But you have all your back. How you know how big your back is, right? You got a big back, right? If you got a small back, it's okay. But your lungs are still large, so you should still fill them up. Every chance you get, just fill them up. Let's go. Breathe out. Okay. Now we're going to breathe it back in. You ready? Here we go. Come on. I know it's weird. Just do it. You're going to feel better. Breathe all the way out. And now back in. Here we go. Back in. Go. Believe it or not, that's how much air you can hold. That's how much air you can hold. Yes. But you got to take the time to just do that. Just do it. Don't hyperventilate, okay? But just take the time to just slow down and just breathe and fill your lungs all the way up to capacity. Take all that air in. Yeah. And the reason why you want to take it air in because the trees are giving off the oxygen. Tons of oxygen. Yeah, the trees and all the greenery, they're spewing off oxygen for us to be able to breathe. So why shortchange it? They're giving off tons of oxygen. If not, this planet will be gone. And in return, guess what we're giving back? Because a fair exchange is no robbery. When we breathe in, it's all oxygen. Yeah. And when we breathe out, guess what? It's all carbon dioxide. And guess who needs carbon dioxide to live? Plants, trees, flowers. They need the carbon dioxide that we give it, and it turns around and it gives out oxygen for us. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. The flowers get the carbon dioxide, the trees get the carbon dioxide, and they make oxygen, and in return, they give us back oxygen that we need. So why not breathe it all in? I know this is probably a weird episode for you, but this is about self-care, self-reflection, really taking the time to really reflect on you. Very rarely do we get a chance to reflect on our breathing. Very rarely do we get a chance to reflect on our breathing. Unless you were like me today on my bike and I was breathing, but I was breathing like, breathing on my bike, right? Trying to catch my breath because I haven't rode a bike in about 15 years now. Maybe not that long. I'll be telling you a story about how I used to ride my bike, but just recently got a bike, and it's like, man, I'm riding, but I'm like, whew, this is good exercise. I'm moving my body, my abs, my legs, my arms, and everything, but I'm not breathing right. I'm not using my full capacity. So, on this show today, I want you to take a moment to just be still, be quiet, lead yourself into your breath, lead yourself into your breathing. The rain has died down, so I said, let me just I just got a new Rodecaster Pro, and so I said, I don't have to record like I used to with all technology's changing. I'm just trying to keep up with everything, but everything is so much simpler. So if I wanted to just hit record and just go and just breathe on my show, it's my show. I could do what I want. But you love me. I love you. I thank you for always listening and being there for the show. And we're getting there. We're ready to lean all the way in. I was talking to my wife about this. We're about to lean all the way into our podcast. Oh my goodness. Are we ever? You're going to see 1,000 episodes. Yes, in the next year, you're going to see it. We're leaning all the way in. They don't all have to be 4-hour episodes, 1 hour, 2 hours. No, but we're leaning in. So today, I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to the Fred Fitzgerald's podcast. Yes, I appreciate you. And I just get on here and I just be myself. All right. We got a couple other podcasts that we're working on. We got the Success Stalkers podcast with my wife, Iona Fitzgiles. Yes, make sure you guys go to iTunes, look up Success Stalkers podcast. And you'll also find me on the It's Time to Lead podcast, where leaders come together to grow and get better. And in Studeo22LIVE, my original podcast, where we talk all things media, always positive, always on. Make sure you guys go to iTunes, go to Apple, and just subscribe to each one of those. And for all my believers, you know I'm a believer. You know I love the Lord. You know I love God, right? I just got finished doing an amazing project. You got to check it out. Go to proverbsaudiobook.com. Proverbsaudiobook.com. My great friend and brother and my mentor, Mr. Ted Wright and I, we finished a project that took about 2 years where we read the book of Proverbs. Yes, he took the first 15, I took the second 15, and I'm actually read for the women. I read the last proverb, which was the reminder of my wife, the Proverbs 31 woman, a wife of noble character. Yeah, you're going to listen to that. So go to proverbsaudiobook.com, subscribe to that. It's on iTunes and Spotify. Make sure you subscribe to it, download it. Right now, it's being downloaded in over 5 countries. We just released it last month, and it's already in 5 countries, and we've already received literally 230 downloads within the first 30 days of that podcast. So go check it out, proverbsaudiobook.com. The reason why the website is proverbsaudiobook.com is because we're going to start it off as an audiobook, and we still may do it. I just got to check to see how it works when you're reading the Bible as far as Amazon. They may just say, hey, that's the Bible. That's not nothing. You're just reading out of the Bible, right? But we actually give credits to BibleGateway.com. That's where we actually read it from. And we made sure we read it word for word and checked each other's work to make sure that we were reading it right for all of our scholars. And but it was inspired because my great friend Ted Wright invited me 5 years ago, maybe 3 to 5 years ago, to a pretty much a daily Proverbs call with men and men only. Men, it's a Proverbs call. We basically read the book and then kind of discussed it, and it's been going on for now over 6 years now. And that inspired me that he was doing that to not only do the Proverbs project, but also inspired me to, really get serious and do a daily devotional. So I do a daily devotional every single day. My wife and I, we put together a group on Facebook. It's called Please Pray For Me Community. Please Pray For Me Community. And we do a daily devotional every day, 7 o'clock in the morning on the weekends. We used to do it 7 days a week for the first year. I was going 7 days a week. Yes, waking up, getting up at 7, 6 in the morning, and preparing and being able to do a devotional. But it's only 20 minutes. It's only 20 minutes in the morning to start our day off. Y'all know I'm a man of God and I love the Lord. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to listen. But it's okay. You can still listen, but you might like them to do. You might like them too. But anyway, but we did that, and I was inspired by the Proverbs call. And then he came to me and said, "Man, we should read the book of Proverbs." I said, "You know what? Let's." I'm a media guy. That's my background, 30 years. You give me an idea, I'm ready to produce a product. That's just me. I'm like, hey, let's not just talk about it. Let's put this thing. Let's put it out there, right? Let's create a product. So we created this product. It's a podcast, and it's amazing. And it's just basically it's 31 episodes, right? ProverbsAudiobook.com, and it's the Proverbs Podcast Project, right? But the website is ProverbsAudiobook.com because I'm kind of going to try to get it on Amazon too for free. We're not even going to try to sell it because we can do so much that we can do. We can have, we can have events and seminars and workshops just on the book of Proverbs. So we're just putting it out there to see how it's received in the world. Ted has a great voice. I had a great voice, I think, as well. You guys can let me know. For those who have been following me, I hope you think I got a great voice. And even if I don't, let me know. Every once in a while, I might yell too much like I did last month when my 18-year-old daughter graduated and we were screaming at the top of our lungs and lost our voice. I probably would not have been able to do a podcast. As a matter of fact, last month, if I tried to do this podcast last month, I would not have done it because I would have sounded like this. Yeah, I would have sounded like this because I was screaming for my daughter, Camille, for our daughter, Camille. She graduated, and she's going to college. She graduated from Hudson Votech. All right. And she's going into nursing. She graduated in culinary at Hudson Votech, but she's going to be able to not only be a nurse when she goes to Del Tech, but she'll be able to be a nurse and feed you and make you some food. But we were screaming at the top of our lungs. And I didn't have any voice left. So, yeah. So anyway, I wouldn't have been able to do this podcast. So I'm glad that it was a lot of travel over the last 6 months. A lot of traveling, y'all. A lot of traveling. And we're just looking to get ready to celebrate our 5th year in our marriage, and we're actually launching another podcast. I told you we are going in, y'all. We're launching another podcast. Look out for this Marathon of Marriage podcast. Marathon of Marriage podcast. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, if you want to get on the wait list about that one, you better want to get on the wait list on that one, because we're going to be interviewing married couples to help us out. People that have 30, 40, 50 years, 10 years, and then we're going to be discussing our own marriage and what we've learned and the ups and downs and the sideways and all the beautiful times and all the rough times and how we gotten through it to help somebody else. We're going to do it. We're putting it out there. We're going to put it out there. We're going to learn from each other and make it to know each other better. And we're going to also interview some amazing couples and some popular couples, too, that are out there doing some great things that really help us with our marriage and also to help many people in the world with their marriage. So I'm excited about it. It's going to be launching on our anniversary date, which is on August the 31st. Yes. And we're going to, and yes. So we're looking for big things with that. A lot of changes, as you guys know, a lot of changes going on, but I'm just glad you guys are tuning in right now. So I'll be back next week. You make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you subscribe and share this episode. Make sure you subscribe to it. Also, make sure you save it, download it so you can be able to listen to it. And I just thank you for tuning in. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you later.